What's up, Ghosts and Ghouls? It's the one, it's the only, JT Ripper, and I'm here with
Todd of Thunder.
And today, on a horrible podcast, I guess we're kind of doing something slightly different. It's going to be kind of a ranting episode. Maybe a little bit of hot takes. I don't know. We'll see where the conversation goes. But today, our main subject is going to be Me and the Thunder versus A24 films.
Yep. For those of you who don't know, A24 is a production company that has been, making movies for a while now. And, I wrote down a couple films. Well, all the films that I've seen by them, which isn't much. So I'll just go through them real quick.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so Tusk, 2014, The Witch, 2016, The Monster, 2016, Hereditary, 2018, Midsummer, 2019, X, 2022, The Whale, 2022, and Talk to Me, 2022. Those are all the films that I've seen. Of course,
Talk to Me is 2023.
Yeah, 2023. Whatever I said. Add one to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are all the ones that I've seen. I've had opportunities to watch other films by them, but I'm hesitant to watch it because
yeah, I know.
They're not
okay. It's not really A24, I think I'm having a problem with. I think it's A24 fans, like the hardcore snobby fans. It's almost like you don't hate Pittsburgh Steelers, the team, but you don't like the fans. It's the fans that make you not like them.
Well, I can tell you that of all those films that I watched, I thought, as far as a horror movie, probably X was more of my speed because it's kind of a straight-up slasher film.
I
but
enjoyed X.
The overall better movie on the list wasn't even a horror film. It was The Whale with Brendan Fraser. That was a great film. But the rest of the movies on here are okay to not really my thing. And that's where the fans come in at because they... this company has a reputation of making, for the lack of better words, these really artsy, fartsy fucking films where they always start off pretty good and then they go into a direction that doesn't make sense. And because it doesn't make sense, people praise them and they like to tell other people, well, you didn't understand it. That's why this film is brilliant, because it's above your understanding of a basic horror film. But in reality, most of the time, the twists and the turns are just fucking retarded. And they're stupid. And, the reason why we're talking about this is because it's kind of a pattern with A24. It's just one of those companies that is hell-bent on... You know what it is? It's like a production company got together and said, we're only hiring directors that are similar to M. Night Shyamalan.
Pretty much.
And if it doesn't have that twist... Like, that's the thing. Every film has a twist. And every twist has to be retarded, for the lack of better words.
I mean, I can understand. Well, when every movie has a twist, the twist isn't special anymore.
Right, and I liked X because it was a straightforward slasher film.
But the problem is the whole time I'm watching X, I'm waiting for the fucking twist.
Right, and The Whale was just a good overall movie. We won't even talk about that because that's not a horror film. But okay, Tusk, for example, Justin Long plays in it. He's a great actor. When I first saw this film, I thought, wow, that's unique. It's interesting. I mean, this dude just turns this whole fucking guy into a whale,
Yeah.
or what was it? A sea
lion.
Sea lion. Weird, but okay. It's the horror genre, you know. Then I saw The Witch, and I was like, oh well, you know, this is going to be one of those films where it's probably going to be perceived like Blair Witch. People are going to be like, why does people like this? Why do people find it scary? Why do people like it? There's nothing going on, blah, blah, blah. I found the performances in the movie to be very, you know, captivating, and I liked the film.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. I like The Witch. The Witch is one of my favorite A24 films.
So The Monster, that might be one that's under the radar. That's about this this single mom and her daughter. They get trapped on this road, and there's this monster out in the woods or whatever. And it's not bad. It could have been done a whole lot better, but it's fine. Okay. Now I just talked about X. Midsummer. It was one of those films that started off really good. It's kind of like this getaway resort type of deal where people go and like free their minds. It's almost like a hippie resort, you know,
Right.
type of deal. But then all these weird customs that they start doing, and you find out that, you know, at the end of the film, they don't take too kindly to outsiders and they kill them or whatever. Midsummer was okay. It's definitely, you know, a lot of people like compared it to The Wicker Man. I didn't. Somewhat, yeah, but not really. It's okay. It's middle of the road. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to Me. We already did a review on that. You guys know what we thought about that. And that's what we're kind of talking about. People praise Talk to Me so much, and we thought it was like,
mid.
It was okay at best. And then we get to the one that everybody praises. I mean, everybody, which is Hereditary. And we've told you time and time again how we feel. This is it keeps on going to the point where this is the most overrated fucking piece of shit movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I expressed this the other day. If you take away the little girl getting hit with the pole, what do you have?
You have nothing. You have you have a story that is supposed to be about grief, I guess. It's supposed to be about losing your mind because of grief, I guess. See, that's the thing. I'm guessing with all of this.
Well, I'm it's so aggravating. Well, with Hereditary, you know, it's going into grief, and then grief turns into some secret twist where it's like a satanic cult or some shit like that.
That's what I'm talking about. It's this thing is more overbooked than a goddamn Vince Russo match.
For you wrestling fans out there. But
That's what we're talking about. It starts off like, oh, I'm interested, and then we're quickly like,
I was bored with the movie. Watching Hereditary, I was bored. I've debated going back and rewatching the movie, but I just can't find it in me to waste my time with this movie again. I mean, it might be better on the second watch, but I just remember watching the movie. Like, I get it. Like, it's... I hate the fans. They're like, well, you want me to explain it to you? No, I don't want you to explain it to me, cocksucker. I get it. But it's just not that great, you know? It's just not interesting to me.
yeah, I mean,
Just because you make something complex doesn't make it interesting
and
or good.
the fact of the matter is, you know, anybody who praises this movie, fine. If you like it, that's cool. But
yes, don't be a pretentious cocksucker about it.
don't be an asshole about it. And some people say, well, I like it because it's different. Well, different doesn't always mean good.
Right.
Different means different. And sometimes a lot of people are not going to stick or latch on to different. Okay? Yeah. And that's fine. There's a lot of horror films that we love that are different, that get shit on, that we praise all the time.
Right.
Okay? We could make a whole episode. As a matter of fact, I think we did make a whole episode on underrated films or films that get shitted on that we defend religiously.
Yeah.
But, you know.
There's nothing wrong with defending films and stuff like that, but when you cross the line of being an asshole, like a good bit, I ain't gonna say all of them, of the A24 fans, it gets fucking annoying, and then every time I see anything with A24, I roll my eyes now because of people, these hardcore dickhead fans.
Right. And the fact of the matter is, when we defend horror films that you don't like, you can go, well, I didn't like it. I appreciate your review. When I hear somebody talking about Hereditary and how they like it, I can be like, okay, I don't agree with you, but I appreciate your review. But it's something about those people who defend them that almost offend me when they defend these films. Like, I feel like when we defend films, we just tell you how much we like it, and at the end of the day, we say, you don't have to like it, but this is the reason why. They don't do that. They don't tell us why they like it. They just tell us why we're trash for not liking it.
Yes.
And that's
exactly
the problem.
Right, yeah. It's that fucking, not trying to be political, but it's that fucking leftist ideology that, you know, if you're not with it, you're against it.
Yeah, it's that whole, you know, you can have your own opinion, but if it's not like mine, it's wrong.
Exactly, and I don't like you if your opinion's not my opinion, and it's fucking crazy. Like we're all here because we love horror movies and everything like that. I'm not saying every A24 film sucks.
No, I mean, I just went over all the ones that I've seen, and you know.
I like The Green Room. You haven't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't seen. There's a few that I haven't seen.
Patrick Stewart in it.
Yeah.
The Witch, I think, is... Honestly, The Witch is a very slow burn movie, but I like good slow burn movies, and I thought that was a good slow burn movie.
Well, you know, it's a difference because Hereditary is a slow burn as well, but your surroundings have to do with that. The actors have to do with that. The storyline has to do with that.
Yeah.
I mean, in a movie like The Witch, I mean, this takes place in the 1600s, back during that whole time where, you know, and they dive into not only the witch culture or you know, what's scaring everybody, people being accused of witchcraft and all that shit.
Yeah.
But they dive heavily into, like, how overbearing religious people were.
Yeah.
And that goes into the whole thing, and that kept you interested. In Hereditary, for me...
I don't like the mother, the actress.
Like, it's very hard to feel bad for her when... It's hard to feel bad for somebody who's already a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Or somebody that's just not likable. And, you know, maybe we're not relatable to most society. Maybe people say, well, most people in society are like that. They have bad days and blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, cool. But, you know, it doesn't mean that you get a pass and I have to feel sorry for you because you go through everyday shit.